Welcome to Casual Nerd Reactions, where we're kind of freaking out watching Midnight Mass. Today we're watching episode 4. When we last left off, Monsignor Pruitt was... well, first of all, he was Father Paul. What the heck? He was also like choking, dying / dead on the floor, but then not dying, not dead after all. Congratulations on still being alive. One thing I didn't notice the first time I watched the episode, but I picked up on in editing, is while Bev Keane is crying over her body, she said the words, "Monsignor, I'm so grateful for you," or something like that. And I'll be honest, I wasn't surprised, because as I was editing, if you watched the edited version, then you know I picked up on the fact that earlier when she was looking at the wall, she was staring at the newspaper article. So she knew that Father Paul was Monsignor Pruitt for pretty much the entirety of the last episode. And they just didn't let us in on that secret until the very end, as they also zoomed in on the photo very, very close to make sure we all were on the same page. Hey, this Father Paul guy, that's Monsignor Pruitt. There's a lot happening in Crockett on this little island, and quite a bit, I think, left to happen. This episode will take us past the halfway point of the series, and I think it's gonna get even more interesting than it has been already. So let's experience episode 4, or book 4, I should say, for the very first time.
Oh, it's a her?
Book 4, Lamentations. Okay, we're gonna lament together. We're gonna grieve.
How are you feeling overall?
Overwhelmed. I'm not gonna be comfortable at all, am I?
Never. Maybe after you give birth. I don't know.
Everything good?
Doctor.
You know,
No
maybe
heartbeat?
we will take a look today after all. How has movement been?
Butterfly with little feet.
Any difference in the last 24 to 48 hours?
I don't think so.
Oh, I'm so nervous.
Even yesterday,
Interesting how she turned it so Aaron couldn't see. No.
Have you had any cramps? Bleeding?
where's the heartbeat? We're supposed to hear the heartbeat, aren't we? Here, let me see.
Aaron.
What do you see?
Nothing.
Nothing? As if she wasn't even ever pregnant?
I don't understand.
Neither do I.
There's nothing in your uterus.
What? That's a reverse miracle. The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away.
You wouldn't have been the first person to go through something like this and maybe block it out?
No chance. Well, there's always a chance.
No, I didn't miscarry.
Not much I can do. We can run a blood panel and send it to the lab, but you must have miscarried.
I didn't. Where's my baby?
The frick. That's a whole different kind of horrific, honestly. I am wondering, do the people who were in the room know that that's
How is he?
Monsignor now, or no? Bev said his name.
I mean, I'd seen old photos for years and years, and still, it didn't even cross my mind the first time I saw him this way.
Okay.
It didn't even click. I suppose context
He
is
knows.
everything. It's amazing. How's he doing? Does he have a fever? Is he eating?
I didn't get too close. None of us did.
I don't blame them.
We're a little scared, this truth be told.
Scared.
Well, it's a little unnerving. Certainly unusual. Fear feels appropriate, to be honest. It's the unknown. That's what we fear most of all.
Why is it so dark in here?
Oh, sorry.
Precious few have taken the road you took. Widow of Nain's son, Jairus' daughter, Lazarus.
You canceled Mass.
I did, but you're already looking better. So I imagine you'll be ready by tomorrow if you eat up.
Just not right now.
Maybe a quick checkup. I could call Dr. Gunning.
I feel everything that is happening here is a matter of faith. You've always been a woman of great faith, Bev.
I am blessed you noticed.
Something is happening. I remember when I was younger, I experienced times of great spiritual growth. Nothing like this. It's like I can feel God move inside me.
That's wonderful.
Is it?
I think I should be left alone.
Because listen, I know people who've had powerful spiritual encounters, who've felt the Lord, and they don't normally have the countenance of this man. Of course, they didn't just die and come back to life.
We can keep this quiet for a moment. But Monsignor, we should show them. Tell them who you are. Don't hide your light under a bushel. That's one of the parables. And
Under a bushel. No!
if you don't think they're ready, well, that's okay. Jesus revealed himself slowly after the resurrection.
In God's time.
What's on his hand? Was he burned? I'm trying to remember. Did we see something happen to his hand? The frick? Was burned by the sun? I'm gonna put that in my pocket.
Thanks for helping out this morning.
Yeah, starting to think you don't really need help. You're back. You're right as rain.
I thought maybe we could talk, just us. I made a confession a few days ago. He encouraged me to talk about a few things with you. I've harbored some resentment for you. You acted like all this was beneath you.
No, it wasn't that.
Well, then you were gone. Hell, I didn't even know what to tell people it was that you were doing.
You didn't care about the internet or about tech or anything else.
The point is, I already had resentment in my heart.
That was before the
And I
accident.
shouldn't have. But then all the rest happened.
Yeah.
Man, I resented that. You living here with us now, a grown man.
Gee, really glad we're having this talk.
Let me
Let him finish. Yeah, let him talk.
I know I should be grateful that my son is home and free. Lord knows your mother is grateful. Well, children just don't do what you did on their own. Not unless one of their parents has failed them something awful, and your mother's a saint, so I guess that just leaves me.
Don't take the blame, man.
I apologize, son, for whatever I did. I love you. It's hard for me to show that when you're here.
I love the honesty, man.
We should head back.
Such a great scene. So many shows
Before it gets too late.
people never actually confront the real issues. And even though Riley can't find the strength to respond to his dad in this moment, I love that his dad shared all of those things with him. Really beautiful moment. And obviously those words really touched him and his heart. So great.
What are you up to?
Oh, that's right, Mom.
Mom, you're up again.
Felt like a walk.
Let's do it again.
Okay.
What chores did you have to do growing up?
The memory test to make sure.
What was my dad's name? Mom.
Your father's name was George.
And who am I?
You are my world. My heart and soul. My daughter, Sarah.
Is that Aaron's blood? What the heck? What the freaking heck? Okay, we're gonna...
Been meaning to pack up our things since I got back.
What?
A lot of people cross-stitch Bible verses. My mom goes with a passage from Lamentations.
No.
It's a special kind of self-pity to identify with the destruction of Jerusalem.
Oh, yeah, that's a unique one.
We kept birds when I was a kid. Ordered pet doves from the mainland. And when they finally got here, the first thing she wanted to do was clip their wings. And she told me, now get this, again, this is her 7-year-old daughter she's talking to. Everyone gets their wings clipped at some point. And I asked the next
That's
question.
horrible for a couple of reasons.
Did you get your wings clipped? And she said, yep. Oh, yes. Day you were born.
Oh, so
Day you were born.
Oh, I mean, if the drinking wasn't enough, she had a horrible mother.
And something came over me and I let it go.
Man, I feel like good for her for getting away.
And then she hit me. The message behind it was clear. I ruined her life. But Littlefoot, you see, that baby saved mine. Did what I said I was going to do. I ran away at 16, and by the time I woke up and the drugs had worn off, I looked up and I had married my mother. I would have stayed with him. But I woke up one day and I felt different. I felt sick.
Littlefoot gave her the strength to leave.
And I never looked back. And now she's just gone. How is that possible?
It shouldn't be.
I have this dream. I'm floating out in the middle of the bay. And if I could just point the bow to a different shore, start a new life. The dream always ends at the sunrise. I can never get further than that sunrise. That part is real, but the rest, whatever life I'm supposed to have after that, I can't see. I'm not getting off this island.
Come on now.
I know it. But you can do anything.
Go with her. You could both do anything.
Pray with me.
Of course he will. He may not be a believer, but he cares about her. So he'll pray with her.
Help me to understand. Please have mercy on us. Our sorrow is too much. It's too much. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Oh, he knows this part.
To temptation, but deliver. Deliver us from evil, amen.
What's going on? Okay. I'm starting to have second thoughts here. Don't. Okay. I mean, oh, don't do that. I'm starting to say I'm having second thoughts about whether or not that was a freaking angel of the Lord. He's being burned by the sun. The cross seemed to have wounded him. He's very anxious to lick up that blood. Don't eat your own blood, buddy. I mean, all of these things are reminiscent of vampires, but I don't understand. Well, maybe not.
How's my night gonna be, Joe?
How should I know?
Don't do it. Come on, Joe.
Working on it, man.
You gotta give your sponsor a call. I assume the only person who could be your sponsor is Riley. Good work. That was a good scene. I like that he walked away. It was hard. It was difficult. Okay, but if he is changed or vampiric or something, like, I don't know, he's still very much himself. If we're going that route, pretty much all I know about vampires and mythology comes from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So I assume that wouldn't be what this is.
Father Paul.
Hi. Sorry to call after dark. I was a little ill, held up all day. I owe your mother her mass.
This could be interesting. Yeah.
Joe.
She would recognize him. Of course.
Sarah let me in. She said that you...
That's a really nice moment.
How?
Well, truly I say to you, if you have faith and never doubt, even if you say to this mountain, be taken up and cast into the sea, it will be done.
But what is a vampire if not a demon? I don't know if we should trust anything that's happening.
I thought it was a dream. Saw you at my bedside, so young.
I have so much to tell you.
Hey, imagine they're old friends.
First, your mass. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Okay, I'm still wondering. I have theorized something was going weird with the communion. Now I'm even more certain that maybe something's going weird with the communion.
You prayed with me all day, and I love you for that. You don't believe it. Any of it.
I understand it.
So what do you think? You think I'm delusional?
No.
I love this.
I think we all want for there to be a reason for everything and some justice and some comfort when we die.
That's the whole question. What happens when we die? So what do you think? What happens when we die, Riley?
Big questions.
I don't know. And I don't trust anyone who tells us they do, but I can speak for myself, I guess.
That's all.
Speak for yourself.
That's all anyone wants, really.
When I die, my body stops functioning. Maybe my brain releases a flood of DMT. It's a psychedelic drug released when we dream, so I dream. Bigger than I have ever dreamed before because it's all of it. Just the last dump of DMT all at once, and my neurons are firing, and I'm seeing this firework display of memories and imagination, and I am just tripping. Really tripping balls.
I love his answer.
I stop. Brain activity ceases, and there is nothing left of me. No memory, no awareness that I ever was, that I ever hurt someone, that I ever killed someone. And the electricity disperses from my brain till it's just dead tissue. And all the other little things that make me up, microbes and bacterium and the billion other little things that live on my eyelashes and my hair and my mouth and on my skin and in my gut and everywhere else, they just keep on living. And I'm serving a purpose.
Oh.
feeding life.
He feels more purpose in death than he does in life. That's not the saddest thing, yet beautiful and sad.
Your turn.
Speaking for myself? No. Not for myself. I'm not the one that died today. She only ever dreamed. She didn't even have a name.
Littlefoot.
That perfect little spirit just lifted up. Because God didn't send her to suffer through a life on earth, no. This one, this special little soul, God just sent her down here to sleep. And then he called her back. He wanted her back. And so she went back. Same as she floated down, she rose up above the earth. Past all the souls in the atmosphere and all the stars in the sky, and then into a light so bright. And then for the first time, she starts to wake up. She's wrapped in a feeling of love. Just pure, amazing love. Of course she is. She's pure. She has never sinned. She never hurt a single living thing, not even an ant. And she's not alone. She's home. And there are people there, and she doesn't know it, but they're her family. Her grandfather and her great-grandfather, and they love her, and they name her. Oh. And then when God reaches down and kisses her head, and the second he says her name, she grows up in a blink.
Love her answer, too. Sometimes tears make my eyes burn.
And they tell her about her mom down here on Earth and how I'll be there soon enough. And she's happy. Had nothing but joy for all eternity. And she's loved. And she isn't alone. And that's what we mean when we say heaven. No mansions, no rivers of diamonds or fluffy clouds or angel wings.
Not alone.
You are loved, and you aren't alone. That is God. That is heaven. That's why we endure all that we endure on this big, blue, sad rock. I'll be there soon enough. And I'll see my father. And my grandmother. And I'll see my little girl. And she will be happy and safe.
Beautiful.
And I will be so glad to meet her.
Yeah, bro.
I really hope you're right.
I know he does. Oh. That's how you disagree and love people, you know? I'm so many thoughts racing for the opportunity to come out of my mouth. Hopefully I remember everything in my wrap up because I can't spit it all out now. Oh. Man's panicking. He's losing it. I mean, is it hunger pains? Because he has to eat blood now or something else? Is he just feeling lost from God, confused, disconnected? Honestly, I don't even know what to make of this. Is he a vampire? Is he not? Is he infected? Is something else going on? He's young again? That's interesting. Don't know what to make of that. Not really. I would like to know, really, in the flask that he was pouring into the communion. I mean, was it just wine? Was it something else? How much communion has he been drinking? Not really.
Father.
But Joe needs to walk in and find.
Sorry to disturb you.
I'm sorry. Hello, Joe.
Oh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
I didn't drink.
Yeah, it's excellent.
But it's a real struggle, you know, and you said come by here if it got too much. I've been there. I can tell you that.
Oh gosh. This is too much. It's too much.
None of my business, really.
I'm proud of you, Joe.
Thanks, Father.
That hunger, and I know how hard it is to fight against.
Thank you.
God bless you.
I'm just worried he's still fighting compulsion right now. And maybe you shouldn't be that close to him. Oh no.
I'm gonna go.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I don't want to be right about this.
I'm gonna go, all right?
God bless you.
Joe, you're not gonna go. This is real bad.
Stop it!
Oh no. Ow.
So sorry.
I don't think he even realizes like what's happening. Like he wasn't in control for a minute. Like he lost consciousness, just running on instinct, compulsion. Don't lick his blood up off the ground. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do it. I mean, Joe's dead, so I don't even know. Oh no. Oh no. Why don't you put it in cups and spread it around? Oh no! Oh, he's just eating. Not a image I needed to see. Oy.
Hi.
It's like 2 parts of this episode. One is filling me with peace, and one is horror. Oh.
I had that dream again last night on the water. Just like always, waiting on the sun, but this time...
You were there too. That is so beautiful.
You're there too.
What do you think that means?
It means he's in love with you. He wants to be with you and like for his life. You're his future, maybe. Oh, he's not willing to say all that right now. He has a hard time expressing himself.
I think I'm gonna go to the mainland.
Doctor?
You know, not to like get a second opinion or anything, but to get a second opinion.
Yeah.
You could come back tonight, maybe.
I can do that.
I bet his parents might have something to say about that, but he's grown. He's gonna let him go. He doesn't have a choice, does he?
I'm not gonna do communion or anything.
I know.
Don't do communion.
You can't. They won't let you because you're not a Christian.
Dad, please, we've been over this.
I know.
You said I could.
I know. I will not tell my son not to look for God. Son, we already have him.
No, thank you, Dad. I know this isn't easy for you, so.
Great interaction. But like, I'm worried about people who've been taking communion, people who are experiencing the miraculous. I'm worried. The whole thing is about the communion. It is about Mass. And like, how much of Monsignor Pruitt is Monsignor Pruitt, right? Like, he must be aware that he did something horrific last night, but he still has that earnestness and sincerity. Like, he still wants to be a good priest, right? Ooh, what will Bev see when she opens that door? What will Bev see when she opens that door?
Just a half hour late.
Oh, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Okay.
Bev.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
Hush. No, you don't have to say a thing. Not you. Not to me.
He kind of does, Bev.
We've got to.
Don't go into cover-up mode. Don't protect this situation.
Get you cleaned up. Get you to the church.
Well, she's just the worst.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, it's kind of a thing.
You're gonna stay here. You are gonna stay right here. Here's what we're gonna do.
Oh, Beverly Keene.
He's fine. Everything's fine.
I just know.
I think we'll have to cancel Mass. Father Paul is bouncing back from a stomach bug. Poor thing. I just had to physically restrain the dear man, put him to bed. He was so determined.
She's really good at lying. Not really what you want.
Our dear Dolly Scarborough can lead us in some singing and some reading and some prayer. Wrap it up in the carpet. Put it in your truck. Take it to one of the empty houses on the West Bank. Do it now while most of the island is at church. And then
the
tonight,
absurdity
late, tie an anchor to it and drop it
of
5
covering
miles
this up.
I
don't go along
yes,
with it,
Wade,
man.
what would you like to say?
What the hell did you do?
Thank you for asking the right question.
The man who acts presumptuously by not obeying the priest who stands to minister there before the Lord your God, that man shall die.
Oh, screw her.
This is Joe Colley. This isn't Ed Flynn or Lisa Scarborough or you. This is the man that put your daughter in a wheelchair.
That makes it okay?
He's a sinner a lech and a heathen of the first order. He's a maimer of children and a blessing to no one. And God has called in his...
She's eloquent, though. I'll give that to her. Hate her, but she's eloquent as heck.
Wade, you forget, our Lord is a warrior, and so are his angels. Our Lord sent angels to Egypt to slaughter the firstborn. Monsignor Pruitt himself is a miracle.
Does she really have this level of blind, obscene faith, which is how I would define it? Like, does she really think she's honoring and following God in this? Or is she really just trying to protect
He's working through him, and we are to do our part to
herself,
witness.
the power that she's feeling? Ugh.
If you want to pick and choose which one of his works are palatable
She's the worst!
to you.
She's twisting everything. I just want to choke her. In the love of the Lord, of course. And also with my hand. Never mind.
Do not cherry pick the glories of God. Now wrap it up.
When following faith, if you find yourself, I don't know, hiding a body, covering up a murder, maybe it's time.
Is your conscience heavy?
I'd question that.
Do you have guilt in your heart for doing what you had to?
Oh. Bev, you don't even know what happened.
Carry on.
We've run your labs. I wonder if perhaps the information you've given me might not be entirely accurate.
I just want to know how this could happen.
Well, I don't believe anything has.
You're saying she was never pregnant? Is that what you're going to tell me right now?
Your HCG levels are normal.
What the frick?
Okay. And even after a miscarriage, they'd stay elevated 6 weeks or so. I don't see any evidence you were pregnant at all.
Reverse miracle. Reverse miracle.
I was wondering if perhaps we could arrange for you to speak with someone in our psych department.
If she's crazy, we're all crazy too. We freaking saw it, baby. Oh, Aaron, my heart. I'm breaking. It's breaking for you. There's a lot of things around Aaron right now that really break my heart. We'll come back to it. Meeting's canceled, Riley. Gonna have to find someone else to sign your sheet. Oh no. Steer clear, Riley. Steer clear. He's like, is it?
Feeling better?
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Nothing to worry about.
Strong disagree.
Out of curiosity, what would you have said to her?
We must trust in the Lord with our whole heart and not rely on our own insights.
Give yourself over whether you understand it or not.
That's right. That's right. It's just true. Sometimes it's okay to just look at the world and say, why?
Yeah, I actually agree with that.
Absolutely. If you don't understand something, if you don't have the words, don't say it. Don't speak. Especially in the case of Aaron, like, just sit with her. Grieve with her, you know?
Joe isn't joining us
Don't
today,
give
actually.
No.
False platitudes.
No, please don't tell me he fell off. I don't know why. I just really wanted this to work for him. Like, I
actually saw him yesterday. He was doing well. He was proud of himself. He's off island today, visiting his sister.
How can you just sit here and talk like this?
Not sure when he's going to be back.
Then why'd you set up the chair?
His sister?
Yeah, that's right.
She's dead.
So, shall we begin with serenity?
He
and
knows.
grace as
He knows. Father Paul is lying. Oh gosh. Man, this is a freaking great show.
Heading out for the night, huh?
Yeah.
I'll give her my best.
Okay.
I don't need my glasses anymore. And your father's
Oh,
better
no.
than he's been in years.
Oh, this feels real bad, y'all.
Something's happening here, and I can't pretend it isn't. God isn't asking you to have faith in something that you can't see.
He's a liar, Mom.
Not God. Well, maybe God. Father Paul. But Father Paul, definitely. When I said maybe God, I meant from Riley's perspective, not mine.
Maybe there is God in miracles. I don't know. But I know one thing. Father Paul lied to me tonight.
Yep.
So believe and pray for me.
I like Riley a lot.
But just please be careful. That's all I ask.
Oh.
What a great exchange. It was so fascinating. The whole everything. Oh.
Guardian Deirdre, Gazov comes to me. Stay me at my side to land guard to rule. Oh, thank God. Where have you been?
The frig. So, he's in the getup.
I'm out of the sacrament.
He's been providing the sacrament. Don't tell me he's been filling the sacrament with his blood. Oh no 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 bueno no bueno. When he was feeding on Monsignor's blood, I didn't think a whole lot about it. Just accepted it. I'm thinking a whole lot about it now, and then we've all been feasting on. Oh no, no, oh no, oh no, oh no. The whole town has been.
Sister.
You're gonna go see Joe, huh? Well, try to. He's gonna discover something. We know Riley hasn't been feasting on the sacrament. Oh, Riley, be careful, buddy. Oh gosh. Oh no, Riley! Don't be in this room right now! Don't be here, buddy! Run. Run. Run! Oh no. No! Don't like that. This did not go the way I thought it was going to go. Oh, so many things competing. Like, what do I talk about first? What do I talk about first? Okay, there's so many things I want to say. One of which I'm hesitant to even talk about right now because my sister is in the other room. She has not watched this show yet, but she's planning on it. I don't want to spoil it for her by talking too loud, so I'm going to talk about something in a moment after she leaves. But first, let me just talk about the incredible dramatic moments that this episode brought between Riley and Aaron. I loved every moment of Riley and Aaron together, and based on the ending, I'm maybe a little bit sad. Okay, no, a lot sad. Just based on so many different things there. What I'm trying to say poorly is it makes sense narratively that they gave us all these incredible moments between them. And then I assume, you know what? Don't assume anything. I don't know. Competing thoughts. But I very much loved that they both were able to open up to each other just about their stuff, everything. It was heartbreaking hearing more about Aaron's childhood and her marriage. It one of the things that breaks my heart about not just Aaron, but so often how people who've had abusive childhoods are, I don't even know the best way to say it, but so often people who've had abusive childhoods end up in abusive relationships in the future. And it's just this horrible cycle, and it breaks my heart. And I think I love that Aaron, realizing she was pregnant, found the strength to leave and hopefully break that cycle for good. I think possibly with Riley, there was every opportunity, every chance that could be the case. But now, for a couple of potential different reasons, oh gosh, the scene of them talking and sharing about life after death or just death, their very different version of events was absolutely just both completely different, completely beautiful sentiments and stories. And this is a show that it's got a lot of different thoughts and a lot of different elements of faith. And one of the things, and again, this is still early in the show, so who's to say what it's like at the end or where this show is going to end up, but it's a show that's telling a story about a faith community. Riley, who doesn't have faith any longer. Aaron, who's been rediscovering faith. A pastor or a priest in a church experiencing miracles. And it certainly has criticisms of the church and of faith. But I don't get the feeling that the show is necessarily against that. I feel like the example of them talking about death or life after death is the perfect example. We hear Riley's perspective, we hear Aaron's perspective, and it's just fascinating to me all the way around. I enjoyed every bit of it. I feel like this is the kind of show that it's presenting ideas, and you can, I think it's the kind of show where you're going to see a little bit of yourself reflected back to you. There's going to be those who just eat up and love every second of the criticism and like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Then there's going to be those who love and eat up every second when it's not critical. It's like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Then there's going to be those who are much more like, Bev Keane, who heard the criticism and wrote the show off and are certainly going to tell everyone else not to watch this demonic show. Whatever. Hey, known a lot of those. I'm looking forward to editing this just to kind of rewatch certain scenes for sure. But I absolutely was engaged by like, well, oh man, every second of this episode, to be honest. But like Father Paul or Monsignor just dealing with everything. Well, I'm gonna come right back to that. But man, Bev King just immediately jumps in with this. I don't even know. Genuinely, does she think she's just honoring God and being full of faith by helping cover up a murder? But what does she think is happening? In her mind, how is this the right course of action? Is she just a demented person who is seeking, I don't know, power and control? And this is her opportunity to really, I mean, that's part of her character, her personality, I think. Man, does she really think this is all about faith and protecting the man of God? Ugh, I can't even imagine. Okay, my sister's gone now. Are you telling me, by all accounts, it seems like the vampire? I still can't even like fully wrap my mind around this or process it because like it's just so what the frick? It strikes me as absurd. That thought never ever crossed my mind watching episode 3 of the show. In hindsight, maybe it should have. I didn't think we were gonna go that route. It makes sense. We saw this creature drink the blood of Monsignor Pruitt. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, I just went and rewatched that scene just to be sure that I had the order of events correct. And so I understand why in the moment I didn't think vampire. Because they framed it so perfectly with Monsignor having this revelation of the angel, which by the way, it framed so perfectly, like with a halo behind his head and everything. Just the way that it was framed was really amazing. I'll put a screenshot. But yeah. Monsignor, first it fed on Monsignor, and then it cut itself and made Monsignor feast on his blood, drink his blood. So absolutely, vampire. He sired him, just like in Buffy. Now we're gonna find out how much of my Buffy the Vampire Slayer vampire knowledge comes into play, how much of it is accurate, and how much of it is way off base. What the frick? Frick. Sorry, I'm having the best time with this. And okay, so the rest of the town, we've confirmed this. The rest of the town has been drinking this vampiric blood, and it is performing miracles. It is healing Lisa. It's healing eyes and back pain, Riley's parents. It has brought Sarah's mom back to herself. It hasn't de-aged anybody yet, but they've only been drinking the blood. They haven't had their blood fed upon. Now, Joe, I'm trying to just think. Did Joe take the sacrament yet? I'd have to go back and like reprocess all the order of events. Joe was fed upon by Father Paul. How much of Father Paul is, or Monsignor, how much of that is still him? Like, obviously he still has his personality. He's fully conscious. He's aware that things are different. He doesn't seem to be too bothered by, I mean, just based on how he was able to sit and talk with Riley in that meeting, he wasn't like too bothered by what he did to Joe, lying so flawlessly, just fully himself. That disturbs me more than anything else. And so it's like, is there a conflict within him? Is he just evil now? Is he just going with it? Because what else do you do when you've been made a vampire? I didn't know that vampires would de-age someone. No one else seems de-aged yet. Although I haven't looked into the actress playing Sarah's mom yet. Early on, I thought that she looked kind of like a young woman in old lady makeup. Maybe she will be de-aged as well. But again, maybe she just looks young. I don't know. I haven't looked into the actress to see the age of the performer or not. I will say normally in shows like these, when they age somebody up, like they look older, which kind of led me to believe or think like maybe she's not aged up. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just reading into things and thinking about things a little too much. Like no one else is being de-aged as of now. But again, so when other people die, if they're dead by their blood being drank, will they become vampires or not? These are the questions that I am wrestling with right now. I don't know what's happening. It was Erin's blood. Erin Green, her blood. So she's infected. Her blood was sensitive to the sunlight. That's very, very bad. Is that what happened to her baby? Somehow? Well, I mean, I don't know if you're a vampire, and I don't know, or I don't think she's a vampire. I don't know what to think. But if you're a vampire, you're not giving birth. But the fact that she was never pregnant at all, it raises a lot of questions. And then, of course, there's the fact, what if I'm just completely off base here? I don't think that I am. But what if it really was just an angel of the Lord? And obviously, a terrifying, horrible angel of the Lord. And next question, where's Bull? What happened to Bull? Obviously, I'm assuming Bull had his blood drank. Is he a vampire? Is he still around? No? Question? I don't know. Have we seen him recently and I just didn't realize it? Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's the thing. My mind was thinking, and maybe this is the predictable route. My mind was thinking, thank goodness Riley hasn't had any of the sacrament. He will be like the hero in all of this. He will be the, for sure, not a vampire character. That's going to be the sheriff at this point now, and maybe his son. But I was thinking Riley's going to be our point of contact. Now, I don't know if Riley's dead. I'm certainly Riley's in trouble or in real danger. His blood is being drained from his body and feeding what I believe to be a very, very ancient vampire or angelic or demonic being of some kind. And I mean, a vampire is a demon, at least according to Buffy. So, but what does that mean? How much of Father Paul and other people in the town are still themselves? Lots of interesting, that's where my mind is just it's just kind of circling that. And I don't know what to think. I'm having a great time though. What the frick, man? Frick. I don't know what I want. I don't want Riley to just be gone from the show. So I guess I hope that the vampire would have turned Riley. I don't know. That could be interesting. My next question is, okay, this is a being that has been trapped in a cave for a very, very long time, centuries. And now that it's out, it's not just going on a feeding. It seems to be doing something or planning something. And that makes me question just kind of, what kind of creature is this? What kind of intelligence is this? Is he the master? Do we need to call Buffy? Or at least Giles? Giles would be fun. Probably none of those characters exist in this more grounded reality. This is not the Buffyverse. So I probably will stop there and not reference it any further. But I do wonder, what is going to happen to Riley? Is he just going to be dead? I hope not. But I don't want him to be a vampire either. I am excited to see what this show brings next. So yeah, I'm gonna stop here for now. But man, I'm loving the show and I'm so glad I get to watch it with you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.